Have you ever had something unexplainable happen to you in a video game? There have been many moments like this before, but the original Luigi's Mansion has had a weird anomaly that to this day, no one has been able to reproduce. In November of 2021, a user named FlipDo would post a bizarre video of him in the Luigi's Mansion speedrunning Discord server. In it, he attempts to capture the ghosts, but one of the Shy Guy ghosts would be unruly, leading him to smack Luigi across the room. This part is normal, however, directly after Luigi gets smacked into the back wall, he clips through the wall into the neighboring sealed room. Now Luigi's Mansion has been no stranger to clipping through walls. All the way back in 2011, it was first discovered you can get out of bounds by clipping behind the chest that spawns in the first main boss's room. And even since 2023, players have been successfully able to skew Luigi's angle while in bounds by hitting a mouse at just the right spot in order to clip through walls to reach other rooms faster. But this clip from FlipDo didn't seem to fit into either of those clipping categories, and even with the knowledge speedrunners have acquired today, no one's been able to figure out how to reproduce this glitch. It was thought that this could be a potentially big time save, mainly for the 100% speedrunning category, which requires you to collect 100 million of the game's currency, in addition to all 50 of the booze spread throughout the mansion. Since the category never banned the out of bounds glitch, using any wall clipping technique would be fair game. Some users had offered up theories about what actually happened. Perhaps the fact that it was done while the game was run on an emulator could mean that it wouldn't give the same results as if it were to be done on a real console. But I'd want to do some deeper digging as to why this even happened. Judging by the video, it looks as though Luigi just phases right through the wall. Though when you slow it down frame by frame, you'll start to notice the small details that may help explain what went on. When Luigi is just about to hit the wall, he's almost completely upside down due to the knockback animation he runs through. The very next frame, he sits completely upright as a result of his angle being reset by hitting the wall. This normally occurs to reset Luigi's angle, so he doesn't walk around the mansion, say, while laying face down on the carpet. It may be hard to notice, but you can see that upon hitting a wall, it appears as though Luigi will be pushed forward slightly, only to be then pulled into the sealed room. This still may not explain how Luigi was able to clip through the wall, until you look at the game's collision map. The collision map is normally an invisible model that determines the ceilings, walls, and floors that Luigi, along with other characters and objects, can interact with. It's a lot less detailed than the model of the mansion that you see. What's interesting about this part of the wall that Luigi clips through is that the walls of both the Astral Hall and Sealed Room overlap each other. Throughout the mansion, there's usually a bit of space between rooms. This is the normal design of the mansion, which helps space out all the rooms evenly. Though they dipped just a little further back in this wall for the fireplace in the Sealed Room. Typically, during the game's last area, you'll fall down the chimney from the rooftop of the mansion, only to land in the fireplace. This is followed up by Luigi being scared out of his wits, along with a spontaneous earthquake. It's because they wanted it to appear as though Luigi fell down the chimney that they pushed the wall just a little further back so Luigi would be sitting in the fireplace. There really isn't any other wall like this in the mansion that you can access. The most plausible theory for the order of events is that when Luigi gets his lights knocked out, the intense angle change causes him to briefly clip out of bounds, similar to how you would clip through a wall in bounds using a mouse skew. Then because of the lack of separation between rooms, that wall clip is just enough for Luigi to touch an invisible hitbox, which activates the animation of him getting his pants scared off, to where the game notices you're not in the correct spot, so it tries to rectify the situation by pulling you into the sealed room. So what could you do with this clip? While normally only accessible in Area 4, this clip will allow you to enter the sealed room from Area 3. Here, you'll open up a chest with ghosts, and upon clearing that, you can collect a key to access two other rooms across the hall, the sitting room and the guest room, the latter of which contains an optional portrait ghost, Sue P. This also means that you can access these rooms during the mansion's blackout sequence. During the blackout, the rooms throughout the mansion will have different ghost spawns. These ghosts will only be cleared forever by turning the power back on in the basement. These two rooms, which are normally locked during that time, actually had their own blackout ghost spawns, which would never be seen by normal means. But there's something else you can do as a result of this. I mentioned before how you can capture the boos that are dispersed throughout the mansion. There's a maximum total of 50 of these guys, where upon collecting the 50th boo, a gold diamond worth 20 million in-game currency will pop out. This is a crucial item to collect, given it's worth so much. And while you can collect the boos from these now unlocked rooms, when you go back to the Astral Hall, it'll still be dark. The candles from the ritual you have to start in order for these ghosts to spawn will still be lit, but there won't be any ghosts. In fact, while you usually can't enter the next room without first clearing this one, this new glitched out room will let you pass freely, given the only requirement for being able to get to the next room was to light these candles. But you couldn't just skip to the next room, as both doors to leave would be sealed with spikes, which when touching it would damage you. Except, wait a second. Wasn't Flipdo able to just move right to the next room without worrying about spiked doors? Before you say it's fake and or cheated, I had wondered this myself. The act of doors sealing themselves with spikes don't occur on just the doors you see. By using a cheat code to walk through walls, you'll find that it seals every single door in the mansion. At least, the ones that aren't already sealed until you collect an area key. But what would the secret be to clearing these sealed doors? Well, you could always just save at Toad and reset. But Flipdo wouldn't do this. In fact, it seemed like the doors just magically rid themselves of the spikes. Upon doing exactly what he did, I noticed the same thing. This then prompted me to test something, and after sealing all the doors and mirror warping from the mirror in the foyer, my suspicions were confirmed. Turns out, mirror warping can for some reason cancel out all the spikes. This may at least be part of the reason why you can't mirror warp in the mirror room after collecting the fire medallion. They'll still want you to clear the mini puzzle to unlock the spiked doors. Well, wait another second. What about the boo in Astral Hall? Since you normally can't spawn a boo until you light up a room, does that mean you can't collect it at all? Unfortunately, this would be one of the downsides to the clip. If you're going for a 100% completion, you can't 100% complete everything if you can't capture the boo, meaning you'll also miss out on an easy 20 million. So in the end, would even going for this clip be worth it? Given the current meta where you can skew your angle off a mouse, then clip into the sitting room, it doesn't seem like there's any significant advantage, especially when this wall clip won't allow you to finish getting everything in the game. But if this accidental clip will allow us to take away even just one new bit of info about the game, I still feel like that's a success on its own. There are probably a bunch of other games that we don't know a whole lot about, but if it wasn't for people randomly coming across something they found while playing it, then we wouldn't have the innovative glitches and speedruns that we do today. If you enjoyed this video, share your thoughts in the comments below. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and peace.